Hi there, it's another tarot sesh for the General Collective. This is for Friday the 13th. My name is Abby. I am the Cannastrologer. And I'm already going to kind of forewarn you about this one. I didn't plan for it to be as dark as it may get. I actually kind of brought out all of my witchy and, Friday the 13th type of cards. I was thinking in my mind more like Jason, but I always do a song as I get songs prepared, or as I get the cards prepared. And the song that came up for this reading, General Collective, it is called Dies Irae, featuring Black Prez, and it's by Apache. And Apache is one of my probably top 5 favorite artists, especially right now. I've been following him for years. He's younger, but just genius. He's a music prophet. And it's very interesting because, I could have chose any different song, streaming platform, or any one of my playlists, but this was the first song that popped up, and I had asked spirits for a Friday the 13th reading. And this is where it gets dark. So I was like, okay, what is Dies Irae? I've listened to this song a gazillion times, but what is the meaning behind this title? So I looked it up. It's a poem that describes the last judgment, the trumpet summoning souls before the throne of God, where the saved will be delivered and the unsaved cast into eternal flames. It is best known from its use in the Roman Rite Requiem, Mass for the Dead, or Funeral Mass. It's also Latin for Day of Wrath. It began as a medieval Catholic poem describing the Last Judgment, or Judgment Day, the end of times where the righteous descend to heaven and the wicked are banished to hell. I only say that it's a little deep and dark because I know many of us watching this know what's happening right now in the Middle East, and major war transpiring right now. And there's been a lot of astrologers and a lot of people calling for something to happen on the 13th, but there's others saying that it'll happen on the 14th. So I hope that everything turns out. I mean, you can't even say for the best, because there's an unfortunate loss of life, and all I am is a reader. So that's, don't throw the book at me. But that's the message that's already coming out, according to the music for the Friday the 13th spread here, as I have my Day of the Dead cards. I literally brought my Day of the Dead spreads out. So we're going to get into this. We will going to start with the Seasons of the Witch, the Sideway Oracle. Calling in our spirits for higher peace, power, protection, and prosperity for the greater good. Please be with us, spirits. I've already saged all of the cards. Lit our candles. Please deliver us clear, concise messages for the General Collective spirits for Friday the 13th. Definitely go check out that song by Apache. He just started a brand new tour. He's not coming to Vegas, but I wish they would add some dates. It's where I'm at. What do we have for Friday the 13th, the General Collective? What do we have for Friday the 13th, the General Collective? Underneath the deck, we've got apples to taste. One must swallow it whole, and beneath the satin flame hides drowning waters. Number 4 stands for stability, foundation, an actual, 4 corners of a home. I'm just going to leave it at that right now. Top of the deck, Witch. Number 43, grab hold. Allow the dwelling fire within belly, awaken all that is, a mere glimpse, a delicate pull at the very roots, living in the alchemy of self. Many of you are witches. And it's interesting, Apache has a song called Witch as well. You've got to go listen to him. Very, very good artist. We're going to read this real quick. If I can find my book. The Witch card has been popping up a lot lately in my other readings. 4 plus 3 equals 7. 7 is about defending yourself. Sorry, my nose is itching. It's about defending yourself. And that's defending your personal thoughts, feelings, beliefs, morals, and ethics. And especially with what's going on right now worldwide. And it's not just the war itself, but it's, people are defending themselves, starting to stick up for themselves. 7s are also about opportunity and also planting of a seed, starting something new, starting a new path. All right, witch. Keywords: wisdom and alchemy, making magic happen. Hello, beloved witch. You are the center of this card. Your energy, your strength, your wisdom. A witch taps into the healing powers of the earth and the wisdom of the powers that be, as well as the energy within us all. A witch can move energy to create any life of choice. A witch knows how to see signs in everything around her or him. A witch uses her potions and spells to give healing and hope to all who seek her guidance, using her gifts for the good of all to heal and nourish. When the witch appears, believe that you are wiser than you know, and the thousands of years of wisdom from the wise ancient ones are available to you now. If you are finding your path to magic, this card is confirmation that you should continue to explore your craft. If you are an experienced witch, know that it's time to dig even deeper, perhaps step up as a priestess and start your own coven. So, that's the witch. I feel like I'm speaking to many of you who are on that path. Just know that you are a chosen one. Keywords for apples: deception, mistrust, and rotten. When it's bottom of the deck, this is like the underlying energy or what you're dealing with, right? And I feel that there's been a lot of mistrust, deception, and rotten energy that many of us have been dealing with, and that's coming to the light. So we all know the story of Snow White taking the apple from her stepmother, who masquerades as a sweet old crone. It's a wise old tale that existed long before Disney ever made it into a movie. And it's funny because I'm actually using a Disney deck, Tim Burton's The Nightmare Before Christmas. And a warning that things are not always as they seem. Sometimes our greatest enemy is hiding behind the mask of a savior. Death is infused into something meant to give us life, and someone pretending to be our friend is luring us into a trap. So beware of deception at this time. Beware of people who say that they're your friends or think that they're your friends. It's talking about being cautious, okay? There are rotten people in the world who will take advantage of those who trust without pause. They come bearing gifts to gain your trust. Their faces are on all shapes, sizes, and colors. These people always get their due one way or another. Okay, and as I'm saying this, I'm thinking about everything that's transpiring, with this potential, well, it's not potential, but with what's going on. And I don't want to keep going back there. Just know that that is on my mind throughout this reading as well. Take it as it resonates. If this resonates with a personal story or something that you're going through yourself, that's what it's meant for, okay? I'm not trying to place anything. I'm just saying, these are the feelings, the vibes, the downloads that I'm getting. Many of you, I feel like, are realizing that there's fake people around you. Just know that your justice is coming. That's what this whole day of reckoning, the day of the dead, as we transpire into this time, there's going to be a lot of big changes. A lot of big changes. When the apple card appears in your spread, it is a warning to pause before making any decisions about someone or a situation. You do not have all the facts yet, and there could be danger for you now. Betrayal and deception are likely, so be vigilant. You must tread carefully until everything comes to light. This is especially true for you if you have also... Okay, so we haven't pulled the seduction card. But someone may be taking advantage of you or setting you up for failure. So take heed. Don't trust, everybody around you. The people who think that they're your friends or that, are providing for you may in fact not, they may be doing it for a deceptive reason. So just, and here's the other thing too, not to confuse you all, but not everybody is like this, okay? Use your intuition, trust your gut. That is the only way for you to make the best decisions and be able to move forward through in life. But that's why you're here, to help get insight, clarity, and awareness on your situation. So let's move forward. I'm using the Santa Muerte Book of the Dead Tarot, and then I also have the matching Oracle as well. I wasn't going to pull these out until Day of the Dead, but it's Friday the 13th on a Friday in October, and I thought, what the heck, right? I was in the middle of other readings and was called to do this spread, and now I'm starting to see why. If any of this resonates with you so far, please make sure that you like, share, subscribe. Please subscribe, share it with your friends if this message resonates. I am open for personal readings. I have all of my information in the description below this video. If you would like to drop a donation to help my channel grow, I also have those links in the description below. But just to subscribe would make my day. What do we have for our general collective? Spirits, higher peace, power, protection, and prosperity for the greater good. Energy going into the shuffle is the Nine of Pentacles. I like that energy. That's independent. It's typically the independent woman, but it's independent anybody. Like if you're a man or male or female watching this, it's a card of independence, wealth. Being able to take care of yourself, provide for yourself. It's also it's a positive card. That's what you're headed towards. That's what's on your mind. That's what you're working towards. It's diligence, right? Somebody who's surrounded by a beautiful garden and, all of the fruits and vegetables that they have cultivated from the very beginning, right? You've planted those seeds. You've watched the water, you've watered it every single day and watched this grow. Whether it's an actual garden, whether it's a relationship, whether it's a project, you've worked hard. And so this is the energy. 3 cards, please, for the general collective. Okay, those came right out. I'm going to take them. So, okay, I like this. Underneath the deck, we've got the Ace of Pentacles. This is so aces are like gifts from the universe. Pentacles are about money, stability, coins, finances. The Ace of Pentacles, this, is a prosperous new beginning, a prosperous new project. It could even be a relationship that turns into prosperity, that becomes very successful and abundant. But it has a lot to do with money. It's interesting, I never noticed this before, but there's a grasshopper on top of the skull here. Grasshoppers are a sign of luck, good luck, also wisdom. So if anybody's seeing grasshoppers, that could be a sign. Okay, what do we have? I can't make this up if I tried. The universe never ceases to amaze me. I'm not even joking. So I was just channeling and saying I see justice coming in for a lot of us, right? And to be careful about who you trust. The very first card that pops up is justice. So we're also in the middle of Libra season right now. Libra is the sign of the scales, which stands for justice. I want to show you this card. Look how beautiful that is. So it's card number 11. That's also, 11 is a twin flame number. Wow, oh my gosh. So yes, you guys, we have 3 major arcana cards, and they came out all together. So this is going to be a very strong message. So justice is number 11, and 11 is the twin flame number, right? 1 + 1 = 2, 2 equals the unity between 2 people. But whether or not you believe in soulmates, twin flames, whatever, for those of you who are looking at this reading as it pertains to relationships, you could be dealing with the twin flame. It's like that runner-chaser mentality, but I feel like there's justice coming in. For those of us that are dealing with an actual situation that calls for justice, I feel like you're getting that justice coming in for you as well. There's a Tower moment that's also coming in. The Tower moment is Scorpionic energy. You could be dealing with a Scorpio. So we've got Libra, we've got Scorpio here. So this Tower card can mean multiple things. It's, the Tower card is destruction. It's chaos. It's, something that's crumbling down to its foundation. Maybe that's why we saw the 4 in the beginning. That talks about stability, structure, foundation. The positive, the light, the silver lining to the Tower card, which I've always enjoyed. I'm actually a Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, Uranus, Juno, and Vesta. I have a lot of Scorpio in my chart. Scorpios are notorious. We are masters of transformation. And that's where the Tower card comes in, because anytime our world crumbles or something chaotic happens, we look for that silver lining, which is being able to build a new situation, a new relationship from the roots, from the beginning, from a stronger foundation. When it all comes crumbling down, we take those pieces, wipe the slate clean and build it back up better than ever before. We are masters at transformation, and that's why Scorpio's energy is the Tower card. Now, for those of you not Scorpio, there's justice coming into a situation. It's going to be chaotic. It's going to bring somebody's foundation down. It may not be yours. It could be the other party. Okay? And for others of you, there could be justice coming into this situation, and it could create some chaos. Be prepared for it. That's what this is talking about. But just know that on the other side of things, that it's so that things can be built up better than ever before. Now, on a worldview level, justice is coming in some situation. And there's about to be a Tower moment where there's going to be chaos and destruction. So be prepared for it. Then we have the Hermit card. This is Virgo. Now, what kind of concerns me is that he's laying in a casket. But what this card actually talks about is going into the dark to see the light, looking for the inspiration. The Hermit card is the card of Virgo. So you could have strong Virgo placements somewhere within your chart. It's a very spiritual card. This is somebody who's going within, doing their shadow work, okay? And looking for the inspiration, looking for that light in the darkness. What is it that they need to change about their lives? What is the bigger picture? What is the meaning of life, right? And making those decisions, making the best choices for oneself, doing that shadow work. And then not staying in that energy too long, because then it becomes depression, right? But getting out of that energy to spread that light, to spread that inspiration, to spread the messages that you've learned from going within. We're going to clarify these. So already I'm seeing that there's a major situation that's coming that's going to cause people to pause, reflect, go within, work your inner magic. I feel like this is, many of us also getting ready to level up, to find our path, for sure. And that path will lead us to abundance. That was clarification. My phone just went off. That path, once you go within, will lead us to this prosperity, this abundance, this new start, this new beginning. prosperous new beginning. What do we have for clarification? Nightmare Before Christmas. Now, what you guys don't know about this deck, I've used this deck for years now, and I usually use it as it pertains to love. But we're going to clarify. What is our clarification, please, spirits, for the general collective for Friday the 13th? I almost said Day of the Dead. For Friday the 13th. What do we have for Friday the 13th? Okay, so we have the Seven of Wands with the energy going into the shuffle here. And again, this is about defending yourself. The Seven of Wands specifically is about defending yourself. So candles, wands, fire energy. That's Leo, Aries, Sagittarius. You could have that somewhere strong in your chart. This card is about, well, wands are about passion. That could be passion towards a person. It could be passion towards what you're passionate about: work, career, finance, business, religion, whatever. This is you or the collective defending themselves, defending morals, ethics, beliefs. It's very important for us right now at this time. Mars just entered Scorpio literally yesterday at the time of this reading. And this is where we're most passionate about our own beliefs, and making sure that we get what we want, right? All right. So let's clarify justice, please, for the general collective. What do we have for justice for the general collective? Okay, we have two cards. I'm going to take both of these for the justice card. We've got the Page of Presents and the Five of Presents. So in the recent past, oh, I see, okay. In the recent past, clarification again. Somebody was left out in the cold. And the pages are messengers, right? But they're also, it could be younger energy, younger person, somebody delivering a message, you receiving word from someone about something. It could be anything, right? But it was, something happened in which you were left out in the cold. And this was something that could have created a lot of turmoil. It could have created a lot of strain and confusion in your world. It could have also created a lot of loss. Whether that's, loss of any kind. I'm just going to leave it at that. It could be financial, especially because we're talking about pentacles here. But loss of any kind, right? And you could be still getting messages about this. You're learning information, from this. There's justice coming in for this situation. I feel like you're still going to be learning even more as truth comes out, because that's where the justice comes in. Somebody was left out in the cold. Somebody was cast aside, cast away, pushed out. And then you learned about this through word of mouth, through news, through other people. That, or you could be getting word of it right now as we speak. It's coming in. What do we have for the Tower? What's the Tower for the general collective on Friday the 13th? What is the Tower energy for the general collective on Friday the 13th? Spirits, please. What is the Tower? What is the Tower? Thank you. Page of Swords. So we're talking about Libra, Gemini, Aquarius here. Again, pages are messengers. It could be somebody younger than you or someone just that has that younger energy. This is also spy energy. Somebody could be watching you, trying to find out information on you. But also this could be you finding out information on this situation. Watching the tower fall. Watching the crumbling. Watching the chaos. Watching what's happening. Okay. If it's somebody watching you, I feel like this is somebody, it's almost like you're being investigated and you don't even know it. But for many of you, it's nothing to worry about. Like if you're righteous, if you're in the right, if you didn't do anything wrong, it's like nothing bad will be found, right? But that will be, okay, so easier way to explain this, especially since we have the Justice card showing. Justice for you is karma for somebody else. Just like karma for you is justice for somebody else. Take it as it resonates. It depends on what side you're on. But there's definitely some spy energy going on. Somebody seeking information, looking for something more. Could be some, like, so needles are like swords. Swords are about communication. It's air sign energy. And it's like the news. It's media. It's, messages, text messages. So somebody could be texting you, trying to get information, or you could be watching the news, trying to find out information on what's happening as this tower is falling. Okay? What is the Hermit? What is... 2 cards came out. Wow. Okay, so we're going to start here. Holy cow. Okay. There's a lot of Scorpionic energy coming up. And again, we just had where Mars and Scorpio. So Mars is the sign of, okay, like Venus is love, Mars is war. Scorpio just entered Mars yesterday. Scorpio, first of all, is a very fiery water sign. But we're all about emotions, love, compassion. But also on the flip side of the coin, those emotions can get very passionate as well. And as it pertains to Mars, planet of war and, adversity, that's where, people are very passionate about their beliefs. And, okay, I'm just going to say this. We've got the Devil that popped up. Clarifying the Hermit. But we also have the Ten of Potions, which is the Ten of Cups. So I feel like many of us are going to be going within and, wanting to fight passionately about what it is that we believe. Emotionally, what we believe. Now, some of you could be dealing with a Capricorn. Some of you are Capricorn, right? That just could be your sign that this is what it's talking about. Some of you could be, especially the Devil and the Hermit. If it's like Capricorn, it's like you going within and really like leveling up spiritually. Okay. But the warning with the Devil is, and also that's very Scorpionic energy as well. The Devil is Capricorn, but I'm just saying it's Scorpionic energy. Ten of Potions definitely is. That's Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces. But this is about, watching your level of toxicity. Could be toxic relationship, toxic family ties. Could be any kind of toxicity as it pertains to, like, have your beliefs, have you been defending something that ultimately was toxic because you didn't realize. It's like, okay, I'm getting all kinds of downloads, so bear with me. When you have the Hermit card, this is the spiritual card of going within. And this is like you deciding, what is it that's most important to me? Not to everybody else in the world, but to me, okay? Ten of Potions. This is happiness. This is wish fulfillment. This is having happy life, happy wife, family, love, and everything that's important to you. This is a very positive, one of the most positive cards in the deck, right? This is what you seek, but is it what you seek so much of that it's at a toxic level? My black cat wants to join us on the Friday the 13th read. Buddy, you need to get down. You need to get down. Come on. Thank you. He likes to join me for readings. So what would a Friday the 13th read be if we didn't have a black cat join us as well? Okay, you gotta get down, bud. I love you. Okay, sorry. So I'm just gonna say this right now. What I'm seeing, this situation that is transpiring has a lot to do with love of family, has a lot to do with defending your beliefs and belief systems, belief patterns. This is, some like traditions, legacy. That's 10 of Cups. But it could be almost to a toxic level, and it absolutely, could deal with death, justice and death, being in the coffin there. But it's like seeking that light. What's important? How to make peace, how to resolve this, how to face your fears, that's what this is. Facing your fears, facing the devil, shining that light on all that is toxic. And not giving in to this energy. Beating it with happiness, with family, with love. I like that a lot more. A lot of this chaos, destruction is due to the love of money, power. Now, what's crazy is underneath the deck, we've got the Hermit again, clarifying the Ace of Pentacles. So this is going to be a very deep time of reflection. When this Tower moment hits, when this justice happens, this is not a time to go out into the streets and celebrate. This is a time to go within. To really take time to discern what is valuable to you, what is important to you. Is it the toxicities of life? Is it the money? Is it the materialism? Is it the, power, greed, all of that? Or is it family? Is it love? Is it happiness? Is it children? That's what the 10 of Potions is about. That's why Spirit gave us 2 cards. It's telling us to think. What is most important to you? What is it that you need to work on most? Work on the toxicities, the devil that you're facing. Face your fears and bring about, by doing this healing work, this inner work. I just heard inner child for some as well. Maybe that's why we're getting so many page cards here, working on your inner child. This will heal. Water heals things. This will heal those toxic thoughts, those toxic patterns, and put you on a very righteous, profitable path. But you have to do the work. You have to go within. Okay, I'm going to leave it right there. We're going to pull the Santa Muerte Book of the Dead Oracle. What do we have for our general collective? Because we're already at 30. I just saw 34 on the clock. So you might want to look up angel number 3434. I didn't plan on this reading to go so long. What do we have for our general collective? I'm hearing shuffle, so I'm going to shuffle this out. What do we have for a general? What do we have for a general collective? This one wants to pop out. Number 6, underneath the deck, number 1. Okay, I have to look at the book for these because they don't have any words and I don't have these memorized. But this is top of the deck, number 6. It almost looks like a Tetris or like a puzzle. And then number 1, it's a black skull. It almost looks like, I don't know, death? But it's the first card. Where is the book? Here it is. So we'll read bottom of the deck first because that's number 1. Okay, so darkness. And that is literally what the Virgo Hermit card is all about, is going into the dark. It's like going into the void, facing your shadow self. So the occult center of the creative the occult center of the creative and inspiring will of the universe that is yet to be created, that is infinite, has no form, and is not differentiated. This card represents what there was before the Big Bang, simultaneously void and full, the end and the beginning, potential and latency. All is concentrated in a single point, waiting to receive the primordial impulse to manifest itself. For the ascetic or the magus, it represents the highest peak attainable through meditation, meditation, a state of total vaciousness, I don't know that word, a silence that can make the observer aware of the road to awakening. Holy crap, y'all. So going back to the song, Dies Irae, featuring Black Prez. Notice this is a black card. Oh, and I didn't even talk about some of the lyrics that I picked up on the song. It talks about, being on point, getting your stuff together, being consistent. But it also talks about, because I'm a beast, where you at? Mark of the Beast is something that I heard as well. So take a moment's pause, meditation, or study as you need to understand what form to give your energy and where to apply it. That's why we have double hermits here. The Spirit is very strongly calling you to go into deep meditation and understand yourself, understand where your belief systems lie. What is it that you believe in? And for what reasons? As this Tower moment happens and justice comes into play, whether this is a personal situation, romance, worldviews, whatever, however you are applying this reading to your situation, Spirit is calling for you to go within and do your shadow work. Really do your shadow work. Let's look at card number 6. Order. Wow. This card represents the basic impulse with which all things are organized and organized according to determined principles and structures. And I just got done saying that the song talks about being structured, being on your grind. Atoms organize themselves into molecules just as neurons into the nervous system, giving life to that which will become conscious and awareness in living beings. By following the principal structures, begin to differentiate from one another in the primordial soup of chaos, which is the Tower card. And although they are primitive, they will develop into a more evolved and specific phenomena. So the advice of the dead: learn to organize your ideas, but also to have the courage to abandon them if necessary, to not remain trapped in them. And again, guys, this is the Hermit card. I said it. Like, you have to be able to go within, but not stay there for too long, because if you stay there for too long, you get entrapped in these thoughts and entrapped in this this negative energy. It can cause depression. It can cause all kinds of things. But the Hermit energy is it's a chance for you to go within and face your fears, face the devil, so that you can return to happiness, so that you can come out and see the light, so that you can come out and manifest your greatest desires. What it is that you were meant to be here for. And this is putting you on that path. This is putting you on that path of success. What's really interesting that I just now noticed, so we have the Justice card, okay? There's justice coming in. Right behind the Ace of Pentacles is the Judgment card. Literally. Dies Irae, the song by Apache, and just the poem Dies Irae, is about justice and judgment, Judgment Day. We are coming upon a day of judgment. But it's in all forms. There will be tower moments coming down for some, karma for others. And this is our time to go within and decide what this means for us, what we need to do to align ourselves for a higher calling. We'll be walking away from what we once knew, walking towards our future. Y'all, I did not mean for this to get so dark, but I guess it's like the perfect reading for Friday the 13th, right? So now let's pull a Black Moon Astrology. I do read bottom of the deck on this one as well. We're doing top and bottom, please, spirits. Calling in our higher peace, power, protection, and prosperity. So the number 1 could be significant. The number 6 could be significant. 6, by the way, is all about balance. So this is, this card of structure, and like many of you are like getting your lives structured. Going within to figure out, what it is that you need to do to put yourself on the right path. And ones are beginnings. This is a brand new beginning. Okay. Calling in our spirits for higher peace, power, protection, and prosperity. What do we have for Friday the 13th, please? Thank you, spirits. I like it. Underneath the deck, we've got number 45, part of fortune, increase. This is like the Wheel of Fortune card. So for those of you who go within, do your shadow work, get yourselves on the, align yourselves with the right path, you have the Ace of Pentacles. That's what this is coming in. And remember, we had the 9 of Pentacles going into the spread. So this is independence, abundance, wealth. For those of us on the righteous path, this is your justice. An increase in fortune. Top of the deck, Gemini, I think. So the 15th could be significant. So we're the 13th right now, 14th, 15th, that would be Sunday. Wait, yeah. Yes, Sunday the 15th could be significant. But also 1 + 5 equals 6 again. And this talks about balance. It also could be like balancing out, money, finances, prosperity. It could be balancing out relationships, smoother communication. Also, like relationships, reconnecting with somebody who brings out your inner child. We were talking about, inner child work. But, connecting with somebody who brings that out of you, brings out your inner child, that makes you feel young again. Also, Geminis, those of you watching this could be a strong message to you. We're going to read these. And it's Gemini, I think. So it's, strong energy of going within. Thinking about your next steps. Thinking about your beliefs. Thinking about your, what's important to you. Thinking about how to, find the silver lining in any kind of chaos that you may be dealing with or that you may be, seeing within the world. What part do you play? All right. So we'll do Gemini first. So, Gemini, no one is free. Even the birds are chained to the sky. Bob Dylan. Communication is key. Be versatile and quick at this time. You must also be mindful because people are talking. Gemini is a charming sign full of whimsy and fun and is ruled by the planet Mercury, named after the Roman god of wit and winged thought. Geminis are chatty and their minds act like quicksilver. Geminis prefer to do things fast, not because they're boisterous, but because they become bored with anything tedious and not immediately fun. Words are everything to a Gemini. They adore books, but hardly ever read them entirely. What is most important to a Gemini is an exchange of ideas and communication. However, they like to discuss ideas, but tend to be poor listeners. Geminis are fascinated by their own thoughts rather than the ideas of others. As Geminis are curious about everything, they tend to be experts on a number of different topics. They also love stories and gossip. Those intelligent minds should always be fed, whether with gossipy tales or the most erudite or philosophical pursuits. They like both. They usually have a small computer on their person to access social media and play games. This twin sign is one of the smartest in the entire zodiac. However, Geminis tend to be insecure in their views, so they change their opinions often. They're not very patient, thus may not enjoy school that much, yet they thrive when studying something that they are truly interested and invested in. So, when this card comes up, you may be the object of discussion, or you may have to talk your way out of a sticky situation. That's this Tower moment. This is that Page of Needles. You're being watched. You may have to talk your way out of something. Since communication is key with Gemini, you may find yourself involved with new forms of technology that help you spread your ideas to a wider audience. Such technology would include cameras, computers, tablets, the next invention to come along. Writing may also figure in, such as creating a blog, writing books, or just being involved with books and publishing. You may find yourself either to be a skilled diplomat or asked to teach or give a speech. At the current time, you may find yourself to be highly strung, nervous, or excitable, as is the nature of Gemini, but still be able to figure it out with a probing mind. It may feel as if you're riding a high wind with lofty energy. Multitasking may be required of you. Gemini is also the sign of soulmates, corresponding to the Lover's card in Tarot. So this card can indicate an important romantic relationship that has started or will figure in shortly. But the bottom line with the Gemini card is this. Words are important now, so use them wisely. Words will be imperative regarding the outcome of this reading. So the corresponding tarot card to this is the Lovers. Key ideas: paying attention, mindfulness, talking, writing, explanation, and versatility. So some of you could be coming into a romantic relationship. And what I love about that part of the reading, this part of the reading, is that you've got the 10 of Cups. Like, if you are thinking about starting a new relationship with somebody, it could even be a witch. And because it's there, right? Or somebody that shares those types of beliefs with you. The outlook looks great. You're scared of the devil. That's what you're scared of, but you have to face your fears. But this is you going within to face that, okay? I really love this ending versus all the other stuff I was thinking of. What I also love about this is that then underneath the deck, you've got part of fortune increase. This, I feel like one of the fears that you're having is by taking on this relationship, you're going to lose money. That's not the case. This is saying that by taking on this relationship, you're actually going to increase your fortune. This is like a strong partnership, a strong connection that will be quite prosperous, and that's what this is talking about. But you've got the fear of the devil. It's like it's like the devil in your ear. That's what I'm hearing. And this is you just having to go within and really kind of face those fears to get past that. Don't let the devil speak louder than your heart. You have to lead with compassion. We're going to read number 45 here. Fortune favors the brave. Exactly. So in early mythology, Fortuna was the daughter of Jupiter, the god of good luck. She's the Roman goddess of destiny and bounty. Her name in Latin is Ferrer, and means she who brings forth. The part of fortune is just as one of the lots among several used in astrology. However, it is considered the most important one. Lots are known as Arabic parts. After the fall of the Roman Empire, Western astrology picked up the Arabian and Persian practice of reading lots in a horoscope. Lots are based upon mathematical calculations, the distance between 2 points with the degree of the rising sign ascendant added. The part of fortune is the same distance from the longitude of the ascendant as the moon lies from the sun. So if the sun and moon are conjunct, that is, almost perfectly aligned, then the part of fortune will fall on the ascendant. I'm being told, look at your ascendant, your rising sign. What is your rising sign? And then maybe go watch some readings on that. Many look upon the part of fortune as moon energy, which means the talents and gifts it endows upon an individual that are both nascent and unconscious. So these are like your innate natural abilities. It is as if its powers are waiting beneath the surface of water. So again, we're talking about water signs, Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces, also moon energy. And when that water is stirred by action or thought, those talents and gifts emerge. So when the part of fortune card turns up in a reading, it means a time when things begin to flow more easily and that you'll have more success. But success and how it will come about and how long it will take will very much depend upon the surrounding cards. You will want to take advantage of this time of easy flow to resolve conflicts. It is time to heal that toxic situation which has been so difficult to overcome. That's the devil, guys. That's you facing the devil, shining the light on any toxic feelings, any toxic situations, relationships that you've been dealing with. It's finally time to beat them. You know, it's like, and once you do, it's the devil in reverse. So this is something that you have been working on, want to work on, but and once you do, it's going to help resolve this chaotic tower situation. The part of fortune mostly means gifts. You may want to take on another area of study or master another art form. You are more creative and in tune with your imagination as well as your emotions. This also means that benefits will suddenly be placed in your path. Since fortune is fate, it will very well seem as if you've just stumbled upon them. Disagreements are improbable, but if they happen, you will likely take the high road. Your desire to fly is strong at the moment, so wanting to travel. Any shackles previously placed are being smashed and you're experiencing a release. Moving ahead is what this card is all about. Madame Fortune smiles upon you. So the corresponding tarot card is the Ten of Pentacles. Key ideas where you are lucky, fortunate, karmic triggers, and destiny and fate. My head started spinning. So that is that Ace of Pentacles. This is that new path that you're being put on. It's a gift from the universe, right? This is your justice coming in. The tower moment for many of you is justice. It is this judgment. You could have an actual judgment in a legal case or something coming in. When it happens, you know, if you're on the justice side of it, Spirit is saying go within. Like, you don't need to go out and celebrate. You might want to go travel or something like that. But this is like, you know, going within and looking at the messages that you learned during this journey, right? That's going to bring you ultimate happiness. I'm On the other side of the coin, like if this is your karma, this is your fate, it's like Spirit's saying go within, like figure out what it is, that why it happened and how you prevent it from happening like that ever again. This is your time to think, to go within, to communicate with other people. But I also see a relationship coming in for a lot of you, for those of you looking for it. Now this could be a romantic relationship, especially if you're Gemini for some reason, but it also could be any kind of a relationship, platonic, friendship, even a very successful type of business venture. We see that as well. But that is what I have for you for the Friday the 13th reading. As dark as it started to get, it actually ended on a much, much lighter note. So with that being said, just make sure that you're watching your back and that you're not trusting everybody around you. You have to go within. Trust yourself, your intuition. Go with your gut. And just know that as long as you're doing these things, Spirit is behind you, encouraging you to take the righteous path. I'm going to leave it there. As you know, it's Together We Grow. As always, I always appreciate sharing your time and energy. I hope that you guys have a fantastic week, and I look forward to reading for you again in the near future. Blessed be. I'll see you on the flip side. Peace.